So I'm Paul Barthorpe. I'm co-founder of Moloko Cycling. I've been cycling for around 10 years now. Feels like a long time. And I get a lot from the sport. So when I first started cycling, I was doing the usual thing of getting on the tube and getting frustrated, getting all hot and bothered, trying to fight through the morning traffic here in London. I had a bad knee that stopped me from doing a load of sport. And so I just watched all of these cyclists bombing past in the street with a smile on their face and thought maybe I'll give it a try. Bought myself a cheap bike on eBay and haven't looked back since. So one thing that riding in a group really taught me and I really enjoyed is just gaining confidence around others. You can be riding with a group of people who are big range of abilities, and provided that you're all looking out for one another, and a big part of that is being able to look over your shoulder figuratively and literally. Check how people are doing at the back. If they're struggling, bring them to the front. Have a chat with them, make sure they're feeling okay. It just gives you a sense that you're doing something as a team and helps you create really strong bonds that work on and off the bike. So a big tip that I would give to any new cyclists looking to join a group is try if you can to avoid the temptation to sit at the back and see how things go, because it's very easy for the group to pull away from you and no one will know that you're dropping off the back. If you can, sit either at the front or second wheel so that you're getting a little bit of shelter from the wind, and have a conversation with the person to your right. That way the group will naturally fall in line to your speed and they'll naturally keep together in a way that you'll find easier to control. One of the big benefits of riding in a group is just that motivation to get out. You know, the weather's not always that appealing. And so if you want to make real gains in your fitness, or you want to have a clear state of mind, really getting out on your bike 2, 3, maybe 4 times a week makes a really big difference. And having a mate knocking on your door at 9 AM is going to get you out much easier than setting an alarm. So yeah, riding in a group is fantastic motivation and keeps you cycling more often. Another fantastic benefit about riding in a group is you get to pick people's brains on tips on kit, tips on equipment, how to maintain your bike, which is invaluable information. So say you're stuck by the side of the road with an inner tube that's flat, you might be stuck there for a while if you're riding on your own, but if you're in a group, the chances are someone's going to be an expert and they can show you how to fix that tyre. So as long as you've got your kit with you, then you can learn from the people around you and it can really save you a lot of time and hassle. So we've talked about how amazing it is to ride in a group, but how do you find nice people to ride with? Well, there's loads of ways. You could try social media. Instagram is fantastic. You start searching cycling and sooner or later the algorithm is going to start putting people in your local area in touch with you. Look at the way they dress, the kind of bikes they ride, and then make contact with the people that seem like they're on your wavelength. Beyond that, you could look and follow people on Strava. You could go searching for local cycling clubs. Be aware that sometimes the clubs can be very performance orientated, so just maybe go along to a taster session and see if they've got people of all different levels that you feel comfortable riding with. And then finally, you can just ride next to someone, and if you think that they might be up for a chat, just say, hey, how are you? Do you ride on your own? Do you ride in a group? And you never know. I meet loads of people cycling that way, and it leads to connections and friendship groups that I never would have discovered otherwise. So be confident, get out there and meet some nice people. So I mentioned I've been cycling for the best part of 10 years. Barely a week goes by without me discovering something amazing about the sport, and that's usually from the people that I ride with, whether it's new places, near or far, new types of riding, new kit to try. There's always something new to discover, so that comes a lot faster and in a more amazing way when you're riding with a group and you make these discoveries together.